Hi, my name's Jonnie. Yes, I know it's a boy's name, but my mama thought I was going to be a boy, and so she was going to name me John Wayne, and then I surprised her. I sure did surprise her, and so my name's Jonnie, and that's what people call me, because that's my name, you know. And you know what? My daddy was a preacher, and I just know all about the Bible, and I just love to tell stories about the Bible. And so I know all about it from the first book, which is the book of the generations, all the way to the last book, which is the last book, is the book of Revolutions. And there's all kinds of good stories in between. And I just love it. It's in 2 testaments, too. And the one testament is the Old Testament, and the other one is the New Testament. And I think that meant in the Old Testament, I think that's spearmint. But I think the New Testament is peppermint. And I love peppermint, so I love that New Testament the bestest. And so, my story comes from this New Testament. And it's about, I'll tell you about it, it's about this man. And this man was just walking along on the road, going down to Jericho or somewhere. And he just fell down on the thorns and the thistles. And the hard ground, it just sprung up and choked him till he was half dead. And he just laid there for 40 days and 40 nights. And it rained on him 40 days and 40 nights. But then he just hid himself in a cave. And he just crawled over there in that cave until the rain stopped. And then this man came along. When he ventured out of the cave, this man came and said, I want you to go home with me for supper. And this man said, no, I can't go home with you for supper. And this man said, but why can't you go home with me for supper? And he said, because I married me a wife, and therefore I cannot go home with you for supper. And so this man just compelled this man to come home with him. He went out in the highways and the byways, and he compelled this man to come home with him for supper. So this man said, okay. So they got up on their horses, and they was riding along, and they met the Queen of Sheba. And she gave that man 40 changes of raiment and 40 pieces of silver. And so then they just jumped up on their horses, and they rode away real joyful like. No, they rode away in their chariot, because they had to put all them raiments and all them silvers in something. And so they put it up in their chariot, and then they just rode real joyful and happy like. And as they was riding along, that man, he got his hair caught in the tree. And he hung there for 40 days and 40 nights. But the ravens came, and they fed him. They brought him meat to eat and water to drink. But then the brook dried up. And so one day, his wife Delilah come along, and she cut off all his hair. And then when she cut off of his hair, he just fell down on the stony ground. And then, I think it rained again for 40 days and 40 nights. And then, when he got up, he got back in the chariot with that other man, and they went on, and he said, let's go down to Jerusalem. And so they started down to Jerusalem, and when they rode into that city of Jerusalem, they looked up, and in the window, there was that wicked old queen, Jezebel. And her face was all painted up, and her hair was all teased up. And that man looked up and he said, throw her down, boys. And they threw her down. And he said, throw her down again, boys. And they threw her down again. And they threw her down 70 times 7. They picked up 12 baskets of the fragments. Now I just got one question. On the day of judgment, whose wife is she going to be? That's all, that's my story. And I tell you what, if you like this story, then you need to come see me on Turnaround Tuesday Bible study, because my mama does that every week. And you would like her teaching too, I think, because she's smart like me about the Bible. Bye. I'll see you on Turnaround Tuesday. Bye.